Sure, we're centered.
Welcome to The Ride with Chevy and Nasty. Host Randy Chevy and Sheldon the Pasture guides you through great stories that spark great conversations. Two really big guys talking a big game. The boys are locked in and ready to go. Welcome to The Ride.
And welcome to The Ride, everybody. You guys made it. We made it. Trey almost got held up by a train.
It was close.
On the way into the studio today. In fact, he was warning everybody we're going to be a couple minutes late. But Trey, well done. You got here on time. We
made
hit
it.
The right buttons. We got the songs going. And it's good to see all you guys here. Right now, we got Jamin and Aaron Nagy sitting in here right now. Welcome back, guys, to your weekly bro check. I know there's a lot of stuff going on this time of year. I know... Well, one, obviously, Chevy's not here. Chevy's taking a little bit of vacation time, taking his girl and the kids out to Montreal to spend some time with family. And if you've never been to Montreal in the summertime, Trey, I'll tell you what, that was always my favorite road trip. There's like so much stuff going on. Now you got to be careful because there's a lot of stuff that could get a young man like you into trouble.
I've never even been to Montreal, so I don't know.
It's like an amazing city. It's got such a vibe, so much to do. It's incredible. Now, have you heard anything from Chevy here in the last 24 hours? How he's doing?
Yeah, I think Chevy said that he's been riding a lot of roller coasters and soaking up the amusement parks. And no pictures, though, of course. Thanks, Chevy, for that one. Appreciate it. And he said the Montreal fireworks show or like competition they also went to, and it was the best fireworks he'd ever seen in his life. So I'm sure he's having a blast. No pictures or videos to prove that he's actually there, though. So thanks for helping us out, Chevy. But I'm sure he's having a great time in Montreal.
Yeah, for sure. Now I had a bit of a different experience. Like for me, it's summertime, right? So you try to get out of town every chance you get. Weeks are busy. Weekends you try to book off. We had a little adventure though in our house. Like we're all set. First of all, congratulations to Ernie and Diane in Regina. It's their 58th wedding anniversary tonight. So I don't know if they're going to be joining us or if they've got a nice romantic date dinner going on tonight. Go for a little dance. But so we were either going to go to Regina or we were going to head out to the trailer out to Lake Koocanusa. But adulting ended up happening on Thursday. We were noticing that our showers and anytime we ran hot water, the water's just running like rusty red. And so we're calling around for advice, and they say, well, it's your hot water heater. Maybe you can change out the anode rod. Like they've got those big rods in there that help with that and flush out the system. And so of course I call Ernie, my father-in-law. We're talking to him and he's like, well, you could probably get away with that. Then he calls right back. He goes, no, you do not leave town when that's happening because bad things happen when hot water tanks start acting up and you might come home to like a flooded out basement there. So we got stuck in Calgary this weekend, but gorgeous weekend, I guess, to do it. Weather was great. Smoked brisket, which I'm going to tell you guys all about here in a little bit. We got to put together a little montage of making the perfect nasty brisket sandwich. What'd you get up to, Trey?
I had a bit of family gathering this weekend. I don't know if I should maybe be saying this on air, but I will anyways because it's not that bad. But we had family from BC coming in, and we had some spreading of ashes that we had to do. Some family members and animals that had unfortunately passed away over the last year or so, and so it was the first time we'd been together in quite a while. I think before COVID, maybe was the last time all of us cousins had been together, and we had a amazing bagpiper from the Calgary police come, and he bagpiped us as we exploded the ashes with guns in our yards, and just like it's like tradition in our family.
I love it.
We blow up our loved ones. We had some targets out in the distance in the field,
Like
and
use tannerite for it, like tannerite.
tannerite, yeah,
Oh, you know what? Like, and Aaron Nagy offers his condolences, and it is sad. But once you put on a few years and a few trips around the planet, yeah, it's sad that when you lose people, but you do lose people. But getting together to celebrate that life is always an amazing thing to see. Like you said, the cousins and the uncles and the aunts. But a tradition like you just had, dude, that is about as hillbilly and redneck as I've ever heard up in these neck of the woods. But I love it. Like for me, if I was going to be celebrated, yeah, put me in a cannon and fire me out over our old farmland. Right? Yeah, let's involve tannerite. That's quite the celebration. And you guys have been doing this for years.
Yeah, it's happened to quite a few of the founding fathers of the land, I guess, that we're on. So we felt like it was only right, and we had a great time. A whole lot better than sitting in a church pew bleacher, that's for sure. And we all had great times. We had some fun family games. We have the lovely ping pong table down here now, so we had a good time with that.
And rumor has it, like I'm already looking at your camera, and your camera looks amazing, but it's not the camera. Right? What did you tell me before the show? You guys got Starlink?
Yeah, we finally got new Wi-Fi too. So the Starlink was installed on Friday, right as everybody was coming in. So it was a bit chaotic, but yeah, it's awesome. No more slow Wi-Fi, no more cutting in and out, no more losing you guys and myself now. So that's pretty exciting. And we were even able to sneak in a couple rounds of golf this weekend as well. My shout out Dine and Dash Dad. He played his best round of his life this weekend too. He shot 73, 1 over par. So
is that showing off against his brother or a cousin or?
Yeah, his cousin of some. So I don't know what the relation to him he would be, but yeah, cousins. And grandma and me. He beat me too, so I'm sure he's pretty stoked about that. Not often he still beats me, so good for Dine and Dash. I'll give him a golf clap for that one.
There you go. Now we are missing Chevy tonight. And Chevy is the original 300-pound poet. He's been doing it since back in his days living in Montreal on all the radio stations out there. But Chevy, I don't know if you're watching right now. I know we got a bit of a time zone change and you had a big day today, but to honor the tradition, young Trey went out and hand wrote you a poem just for you to keep the tradition alive. I know a lot of you were like, they can't do it. It's not going to happen without Chevy's talents. This is going to die. But Trey wrote a poem, Chevy. So I want to hear your take on it when you watch this. Trey, roll the music.
And now, 300-pound poetry with Chevy and Nasty.
The coasters fly with fireworks and family lighting up the sky.
While he's away, it's Trey and Nasty on the floor, keeping Monday rolling like we always have before.
The Stamps beat Winnipeg with grit from start to end. The Elks outlasted Saskatchewan and beat the Riders once again.
The West gets tighter every single passing week, so Grey Cup predictions, they're getting pretty bleak.
Trey watched the Odyssey and sailed through ancient lore, and then Iron Man proved heroes can still leave you wanting more.
From Greek myths to Marvel, it's been quite the ride, with plenty more adventures waiting on the other side.
So Monday's here again. It is time to hit the air with sports and laughs and takes that we're all set to share.
Chevy will be back when Montreal is through, but tonight it's Nasty and Trey. And all of you, Merry Christmas.
Well timed, Trey. Oh, you went a little long, but
it was close.
Let me guess. That might not have all been handwritten.
No, by scratch. Come on, Nasty.
But from scratch, yeah, from scratch.
Broadcasting school. It's always from scratch.
Oh, there you go. Well, I'm glad that those of you that could join us tonight are here. We really do appreciate it. I know, like we said, we've got some families with celebrations. I know a couple of you out there got some bad news this week and are dealing with some personal problems and family problems. And but like I said, this is our Monday bro check. We just love to get together with you guys, have a couple of laughs, catch up on what everybody's doing, see what's going on in the world. Trey, we talked about the Odyssey. I want to get your opinion on that here in a second, because I had some opinions, but I think I might have been wrong. But I think what we're going to start with here, if we can, Trey, if it's uploaded. So because we got stuck in Calgary this weekend, you guys know one of my favorite things to do is to eat food. So my first plan was I was going to do a food review of a like a limited time burger, because that's always fun, Cozy. I know you love watching me eat. But I pulled up and they discontinued it. It's no longer being served. So I had to come up with something else. So this
isn't quite ready yet. This is
it's not quite ready yet.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, it's for commercial break. It's connected to the commercial break, so I can't jump in.
Okay. I did something special for you guys. I cooked a brisket, and I did something that many people are going to consider absolutely unacceptable with a brisket. I added some stuff that you typically wouldn't do. Maybe we should have saved it for Studs and Does, but we'll save it for the commercial break. Trey, tell me about the Odyssey here, because this is one of those movies when it first came out. I'm always excited about like the big epics. I love bigger than life movies, action, all that stuff. But the first thing that was rolling through my social feeds was, this is woke nonsense. They have this tiny little transgendered male playing Achilles in a key role in the movie, and they're just it wasn't a movie. It wasn't about the story. It was about lecturing the public. But since that time, I've had some friends that have gone to it and said, dude, the movie's freaking awesome. What was your take on that?
Yeah, first off, the guy does not play Achilles. He plays Senan. Elliot Page. Yeah, he's the Canadian guy. But yeah, I don't know. I think your timeline and my timeline might be a lot different, because I heard nothing but fantastic reviews about the Odyssey.
I'm that old grumpy dad that
I guess so, maybe. Yeah. Right? So. I took a couple Greek and Roman studies classes actually for university, just for like extra credit. You got to take so many option classes, and seemed easy, but you have to read the Odyssey. That's one of the assignments. And so I was actually really looking forward to this movie. I'd read the epic poem, kind of knew what was going on, and kind of knew what to expect. But yeah, I went on my yearly movie day with my mom. So last year we went and watched the F1 movie that came out in the summer. And so we went out to the VIP in Seaton, and we loaded up on the good food. We had the Whirlpool fishbowl drink. I had like a spicy chicken sandwich, and my mom had the coconut shrimp and the Whirlpool fishbowl as well. And we reclined our seats, and we turned on the heat on the seat warmers, and we sat down for a 3-hour long epic movie that was awesome. Nasty. It was 10 out of 10. Christopher Nolan is it's not even probably, I think he is the greatest director of all time. I love every single one of the movies he's ever made. I follow him religiously. So yeah, I was expecting a pretty good movie, and that's what I got. I was very, very pleased with the IMAX stuff. Is very cool. The cinematography is unreal. The acting's unreal. The whole story, the themes, it's just awesome. He uses like very little CGI in all of his movies too. So that's pretty sweet. And yeah, I would give it a 10 out of 10 stars. One of the best movies I've ever seen in my life, Nasty. And it's not even because I'm biased. It's just a really, really, really good movie. And I highly recommend you go and watch it.
Yeah, I think I'm going. I'm kind of embarrassed for having a negative take, because you're right. We have different social streams, and I think it's time that I start unfollowing some people and changing mine, because I don't want to miss out on this kind of stuff. But yeah, definitely be finding that later this summer. But the one that got me excited, because again, I'm the old guy here, right? And I know for a long time we were trying to get you into Star Wars and a lot of. You watched Iron Man, guys, for the first time, and what year were you born?
2004.
2004. That's right when this was just happening, and
This
all the
was
kids.
2008.
I guarantee you that when you were 4 or 5 years old, you had the Iron Man glove that could like make the sounds like repulsor blast or
I had the Iron Man pajamas for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
But never seen the movie. I don't know.
Never seen the
Just-
movie.
Yeah, so I finally turned it on. Since you guys got me on the Star Wars thing, I was like, well, I want to watch Doomsday before it comes out in December. So I got to start. There's 30 some movies. I got to start somewhere. Iron Man was number one. And so I turned it on and watched it. And it was great, Nasty.
Wasn't it?
I can't believe it's been gate kept for me for all these years because it was awesome. I didn't realize how it all comes together, the Iron Man suit. And I never really clued in the fact that he was just a normal guy, and how the suit became a thing is very cool. And I like the twist with Obadiah, and Gwyneth Paltrow is great.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to, I think the Hulk is next I'm going to watch them in order of the release dates is what I decided. So the Hulk is next. So I'm looking forward to the Hulk. And I think the second Iron Man is right after that.
Yeah, there you go. And Iron Man has some changes in casting, a couple of small tweaks and changes that actually made a big difference for the better. So yeah, I think you're going to enjoy that one. I was trying to think, if I were to redo the entire series again, how would I go about doing it? And you have to start with Iron Man, right? Because that's the first big one. But the funny thing is, like Chevy knew all these characters. He had all the comic books growing up.
Yeah,
I didn't really follow Iron Man. Like, to me, there was nothing cool or really sexy about it. I love the Hulk. I love Spider-Man. I love a lot of the other guys. But that's the thing that shocked me the most when I first saw the movie, is this character I really knew nothing about. The great job they did with that backstory. I mean, getting stuck in a cave, witnessing the weapons that you designed, which I didn't even know who Tony Stark was going into the movie, but the weapons that you designed being used against you and against your people. And I don't know, for me, it was just one of those, it caught my imagination, and that carried me through the rest of the series. Don't wait too long. I know you say you're going to go in order, but when you watch Guardians of the Galaxy, dude, that's another one. Nobody knew anything about Guardians of the Galaxy going into like this Marvel resurgence, but dude, it's like the best. It's got Vin Diesel playing the voice of that tree, and he only says one word through the whole. I'm not going to wreck anything for you, but yeah, you're going to enjoy this journey. But what are there, like something like 76 movies you're going to have to catch up on before?
I think there's like 34 movies, and then I was told I have to watch the Loki series before Doomsday as well. So that's another 20 episodes probably of TV I gotta watch. I got my work cut out for me before December 18th or whenever it comes out. So and there's a new Spider-Man this week too, like Jamin says. So that's added to the list. There's 35.
There you go. All right, are you gonna make me wait for that? Are you gonna make me wait for that brisket video still, or
let's get into commercial.
Jamin, this one's for you, buddy. Jamin and I enjoy smoking together on the weekends when we can. So yeah, this one's dedicated to you, Jamin. Let's go. Oh, let me set it up 1 second first, though. My bun's slightly toasted. That's all there is to it. After 15 hours of smoking and caring for it and caressing it, you can really do your sandwich any way you want. But this is how I like it. I don't mind the Texas style, but I love this. So here it goes, guys. We should try something.
Well,
there you go. Yeah, Aaron, definitely. I wish you guys were all in here. In fact, we're gonna have a Chevy Nasty barbecue sometime because that thing was delicious. Now, if you know anything about barbecue, which Trey, I know you do, I broke a lot of rules in the making of that sandwich.
It looked like you broke a lot of rules.
Broke a lot of rules. But that being said,
the hot sauce.
I've cooked a lot of brisket, and I'll tell you, like I said, I love the Texas. I love the salt, pepper, and I love putting it on Texas toast and just nice and plain, a little bit of barbecue sauce maybe. But over time, you know, I've learned, if I've learned anything, is this: learn from the best, follow traditions. You're not going to be steered wrong, but you can only have so many of those sandwiches before you want something a little bit different. You want to dip that in some barbecue beans, do that. For me, it was sriracha, it was mayo mixed together, and that sweet baby Ray's barbecue sauce, which to me just hits different than anything else you can find in Western Canada.
Yeah, it's a good sauce.
Yeah, but hot sauce. Aaron, you're laughing at me, but I'll tell you what, you get a little bit of extra heat on that thing. And the American cheese, like the cheese slice.
Yeah, what's with the craft singles? Come on, Nasty.
Dude. My wife said I was gonna catch some hate for that, but it's honestly, I'll tell you what. Next time we have a barbecue, you have one sandwich the way you want it. I'll make you one the way that I have it. Then tell me I'm wrong.
Well, I'm sure you make
that didn't
delicious
look. You're
brisket.
serious. You're saying that didn't look good. That was too much of an abomination for you.
If I had it my way, I'm not putting hot sauce on. I'm not putting craft singles on it. I'm probably not putting mayo on it either. I'm getting the sweet baby Ray's, and a piece of nice, like, I don't know, like a Swiss cheese, something that melts on there nice.
Yeah,
and I would like a good bun too. Maybe not a Wonder bun or Wonder Bread bun. Is that even a thing? I don't know. Yeah. Give me a good bun, some good sweet baby Ray's is good, some cheese that melts on there nicely, maybe a tomato on there, and then I'm good. I'm set. But hot sauce, man. Hey, I'm glad you tried it. Sure, it's not as bad as maybe as it looks, but I'm still questioning you.
Are you serious? You told me that looked bad. Oh, yeah. Jim, help me. Aaron, help me out. Rob, I agree. Melty cheeses are great, and we do have better cheeses in the fridge right now, right? But I'll tell you what. From my perspective, I had that thing. I brought it to temp. I smoked it for about 8 hours, and then I left it in the oven for another 5 or 6 hours just to really get those fats to render out. At the end of the day, it was a super juicy brisket. But I cooked it probably, it was at like 205, 207 degrees. So it was like the slices were falling apart on me a little bit. So I did a couple of things wrong. But yeah, Aaron, you got to taste test it. Like I said, you can judge me all you want from watching that thing. But the nice thing too is when you do a brisket, there's plenty of leftovers to make it however you want. But I'll tell you what, boys, that was delicious. Listen, I think right now we're going to try to keep... Well, we're going to try to keep this train on the rails here tonight with Chevy gone. Show them that it is possible with a little bit of huddle discipline here. So with that said, we're going to thank our sponsors here quickly. As always, want to thank Performance Freight Management, YYC Business Group, and of course, We Drone Real Estate Media, who also edited that video for me today, which of course, guys, was me. So I hope you enjoyed the edit at least, because that's really what I was trying to do tonight.
Good work on the edit. I'll give you your flowers on that one. Okay,
appreciate it. Guys, we're going to take a break, grab a snack, grab a drink, grab a pee, and we'll see you here in 2 minutes on the other side of this break. See you in a minute.
Shipping is only one part of the logistics process. Where and how your inventory is stored plays a major role in how efficiently your business operates. At PFM Freight, we provide secure, fully managed warehousing solutions that connect directly with our transportation network, allowing your goods to move smoothly from storage to delivery without delays. Our facilities are operated with the same precision and oversight we apply to every shipment, giving you confidence that your inventory is organized, protected, and ready when it's needed. By keeping your warehousing and distribution under one provider, you eliminate communication gaps and create a more streamlined, reliable supply chain. Visit pfmfreight.com to learn how our warehousing solutions can support your business.
want your business to be known. YYCCalgaryBusiness.ca is Calgary's only online media platform that gets you noticed. Short-form video content is rapidly taking over as the most effective way to engage your audience. Whether you're being interviewed on a vodcast, sharing a sizzle reel, or even hosting your own show, there is one place you can publicize your business. We want to tell your story and introduce you to our network of empowered business owners and leaders right here in Calgary. Isn't it time you took your digital game to 11? Call us or email us now.
And we're back. Welcome back to the ride. And we've got Chevy joining us here on the chat line from Montreal. Chev, hope you're having an amazing trip. It sounds like from some of the stories, it's going well. Love you guys. Having a good coma in Montreal after eating at Mama Carla's. Can't even describe the food. I've never been to Mama Carla's.
I think he meant a food coma.
Yeah,
having a good coma, food coma. Spider-Man, brand new day out this week. Yes, Chevy.
There you go.
I'm hoping he's gonna watch it and give us the review. I'm probably gonna be a little late to that one because that's number 35 out of 35.
You'll get there.
So, but I'll get there.
Oh,
shout out Tom Holland in the Odyssey with Zendaya. Two great actors that are, I believe they're married now, and it's fun to see them in a different sort of, I guess, like theme of movie. So just wanted to shout them out that they're both in the Odyssey.
Yeah, it's weird for me to watch like these kid actors like start taking on more serious roles.
They're like the real deal. That's like the new era is here now, Nasty.
Well, yeah, like Tom Holland is talking like he wrote this Spider-Man. Wow, I listened to what the fans had to say, and figured we make some things more relevant to their lives. And dude,
he's like my generation's Spider-Man. Like you guys said, Tobey Maguire, but we have Tom Holland. So,
dude, I'll tell you, I think Tom Holland's probably the best Spider-Man that's been there. Like I did like Tobey Maguire, I did like Kristen Dunst, but I got to say, I think. Yeah, I don't know. This generation of Spider-Man is probably some of the best stuff I've seen. I like the old ones because it was new. They're the first ones to do Spider-Man right. But yeah, this is pretty epic. I'm looking forward to that one as well. Trey, CFL this week.
Yeah.
There's some good, some bad, some unexpected. One, I forgot that Nathan Rourke was hurt that bad. He didn't even get to play against the Argos.
I told you guys this last week. He was put on the 6-game injury.
Yeah.
And nobody batted an eye. So
and it's funny.
Should we get into the BC Toronto game too? Because another quarterback went down. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah. Tell me about it. I was watching. I skimmed through that game.
Yeah, that was probably outside of the Edmonton game, the only game that I watched in full this week. So I just didn't know if you'd seen it.
Well, that's right. Arbuckle finished the game. That's right.
Yeah, so super late hit on a slide by Chad Kelly. I think he had 2 touchdowns at the time, and I'm pretty sure they were still winning the game. And Chad Kelly just scrambled out of the pocket, kind of right down the middle, and went for a slide. And guy takes like 4 steps and just comes in when he's laying on the ground, just right to the head. And then there was a huge brawl after. I believe there was some ejections, but I'm not 100% sure. And Chad Kelly, like I think he's also somebody to watch out for to go on the 6-game injury list. Like he could be pretty messed up. I don't know if it's his neck or he's got a concussion or what, but it was a bad hit, Nasty. These are the kind of hits they got to get out of the game, and we keep losing quarterbacks one each week. There's 4 weeks in a row now. Like this is getting bad.
That's all we talked about for the first 6 weeks of the season is how exciting the Canadian game is when you have healthy quarterbacks in all teams. And we've never had the parity around quarterbacks that we've seen here in the last little bit. And that's why the start of the year was so exciting. That Chad Kelly hit was bad. It used to be legal. Like you used to be able to take a couple of steps and land on a guy. I don't think it's as bad as it looked. I've had that neck strain before. Yeah, certainly, Rob. Yeah, I'm sure it's a neck injury. It got kinked over to the side. It's going to be super weak for a week or two. But it's the kind of thing hopefully you can come back with, but it's going to nag him through the entire season if he doesn't take care of it properly now. So I'm sure he can play within a couple of weeks, but it's the kind of thing like if I'm Toronto and I'm watching, teams around me losing starting quarterbacks, this really is going to make a case for a push at the end of the season. Those last 6 games to get your squad healthy and back again, so that you can make that push for the playoffs. Which unfortunately for us means I'm not sure that we're going to see the caliber of football for the next couple of months that we're used to seeing, Trey.
Yeah, this is gonna be rough. Like half the teams don't have a quarterback now, Nasty, and like the teams that do are already so dominant. Like they could afford to lose a couple games and whatever. Like they're fine. Montreal would be fine, and Saskatchewan, Edmonton. These guys are 5-1, 6-1, like whatever. These teams that suck and then the quarterbacks go down. Like I think we're gonna see the top echelon of the league be very good, and the bottom echelon of the league.
If we're going back to that haves and have not thing. What about Trey Ford? They lost to Montreal.
Yeah. They kept it close till like the fourth quarter. I know Trey had the bad fumble and obviously the pick on the last drive of the game when they needed a score there. Wasn't great, but it looked like he got hit. I know some people were saying it was a bad pick, but I think he got hit. So I'll defend my boy a little bit. I didn't expect Hamilton to even come close to beating Montreal. So the fact that they were within a score for basically the whole game, they actually had the lead. I don't know if you saw the fake.
Yeah, I watched that whole game.
The fake punt return was pretty sweet. We haven't seen a fake punt return in a while. I love a good fake punt return. But yeah, I don't know. Trey Ford, I'd still give him the reins for next week. I don't even actually know who Hamilton's playing, but still, I would still run him. You can't win them all, especially against the number 1 team in the league. So expected loss there, I'd say.
You know, he was respectable at times, but that last pick, I'm sorry, he wasn't hit before he threw the ball. I think that was a case where, if you guys saw that, there was about 2.5 minutes left in the game. Hamilton had the lead through most of the third quarter, and I think into the fourth, a point or two. Montreal goes up by a couple of points, and they're driving. The very first play of that series was his best throw of the night.
Yes.
He gets pressured, and Trey Ford does what he does best. He rolled out of the pocket. He bought himself some time. He bought some time for the receivers to go into their scramble rules, and he launched it deep, right to, I believe it was Kenny Lawler, the most beautiful pass and catch that I'd seen all night long from the Hamilton side, only to get called back because one of the receivers on the 3 receiver side did not line up on the line of scrimmage. Trey, this is junior high football stuff. So to me,
nothing drives me wilder than guys doing dumb shit like that.
So here's what I'm going to say. And then of course later on, a couple plays later, he's getting pressured. He's choosing between 2 receivers. And so he just throws it between them, throws it straight to defensive back. Dude, that was the worst garbage interception ever. It was terrible. He looked awful. But I get that he was so flustered at that point because he had no protection for most of the night. He got sacked more than I thought Trey Ford would ever get sacked in a game.
Well, their O-line's pretty banged up. They lost 3 guys last week, and they were still all out. So. Yeah,
and it shows. Here's what I'll say. So I won't say his performance was outstanding. I won't give him a lot of credit for that interception he threw. But I'm still looking at if you've got to look straight to your leadership of your organization for the GMs on down. And, we've heard a few quarterbacks talking about how difficult it is to learn Milanovic's offense. Milanovich is a pretty cold guy on the sideline. I know he's brilliant. But I don't, even looking at how long it took Bo Levi to get a feel and get on the same page with him, I think Hamilton's got a few issues there that they're going to have to sort out. And if Milanovich isn't going to be that warm, fuzzy feeling guy that can communicate with his quarterbacks and his offensive guys and to hold that standard so your receivers line up on the line of scrimmage, he's going to need like a quarterback whisperer, or he needs a voice in that organization to get these guys on the same page. Because you're right, their defense looked fantastic.
Oh yeah,
their special teams, like they kept Montreal in check like I haven't seen all year long.
Hamilton's got a good defense. Like, let's not ignore that part. The Wynton McManus is a stud on the linebacker side for him, like a total.
And
stud.
I'm glad you brought him up because he got ejected for taking a late hit and kicking a guy in the head. Like, not a hard hit, but it's not a hard kick, but he kicks a guy while he's down with his knee or his shin to the guy's head and he's ejected from the game because the CFL wants none of that this year. That kind of lack of discipline, though, I'm telling you, if you have a week, I want to be careful because Milanovich is brilliant, but it feels like there's something wrong there when your star players are getting frustrated and taking stupid penalties and stupid chances. You know this. It's 2026. If you kick a guy in the head, you're out of the game. You were winning the game at that point. And that's what frustrated me is I almost felt like Hamilton found a way to lose that game. It could have been one of the most epic, heroic stories of the season. They had the lead, and it was close right to the end. I don't know.
I mean, scheduled loss. They were close. They didn't quite get it done. I would say just regroup, reset. We got to check who they're playing next week. I'm not even really sure, but I'll just keep riding her. You can't really.
They're playing the Stamps. Calgary's hadn't
okay.
Done there,
well. Speaking of Calgary, another 50 spot for Vernon Adams. How about that? 52 on Winnipeg in their own barn. He extends his streak to 20 touchdowns in a row without a pick. And he's also creeping up on the record that Alexander just broke. He finally threw a pick. But he only needs like probably 2 more games of no more picks, and VA will have the record for most passes without interception. So I don't know. Did you watch this game at all?
I did. Yeah, I watched this. I watched this full game too.
McAllister, what a stud too. First person in CFL history have a rushing, receiving, and return touchdown, and he did it in one half.
In one half. There's a lot of things that I'm seeing in Calgary right now that I'm starting to love. And here's the thing, your love affair with Trey Ford. I want to be a Vernon Adams believer. And when we first signed him, I was thrilled to have him. I knew he came out of a real tough situation in BC, but he was showing me everything that I wanted to see out of a starting quarterback. I watched him. I don't think that was his best performance against Winnipeg, though. I mean, I think a lot of things had to kind of go right for him. I still don't believe that Vernon Adams has found his game. He reminds me of Henry Burris from sort of the midway through his career, where he's good. He'd do some spectacular things, but he'd lose focus and he'd do some bonehead things that would just crush the soul of the team and the fans. But the one thing, like,
VA didn't really do anything that crushed the soul of the fans, though. Like, he played.
That's what I was going to say. This is what he wasn't spectacular, but he didn't throw the picks and he didn't throw the turnovers. So that's where I'm agreeing with you on this, Trey, that as long as he keeps that kind of discipline within the team's still going to keep behind him. What are they now? 3-4?
3-4. They're on the upswing, I'd say. They've had a rough schedule. Like, I've kind of been defending the Stamps this whole season that they're better than their record shows. And I was impressed again, Nasty. I think this team's really, really, really good. Dedrick Mills is awesome. Damien Alford, you guys got him back from the NFL, your first overall pick from 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, that's big.
I think he had a score, right? He scored.
Late. I know he had a reset. I know he got a little bit of TV time in the second half. So
okay, yeah. I can't remember if he scored or not, but yeah, obviously the start of the game was McAllister. Like, I don't even really think I knew who he was outside of the hole in the wall last week, and then he does this. Like,
what more can he do than that? Nuts. What more can he do than that? Throwing it on a defensive package or special teams and intercept a fake punt for a touchdown like that? It was ridiculous. Yeah, I've watched a lot of CFL for a lot of years, and that was an inspired performance.
Yeah, pretty inspiring. So, shall we move to the game of the week? I know everybody's just dying to hear what we have to say about the amazing game that was on Thursday night, Friday night?
Yeah. It was,
holy smokes, Nasty. Was this the best CFL regular season of all time? Like,
so this is the one that I watched. I had to skim through afterwards because I wasn't able to watch this game in its entirety. But you tell me, what the hell happened in this game?
What didn't happen in this game? I mean, we just had back and forth offense straight from the get-go. A lot of crazy stuff going on. I know everybody's dying to hear about our opinion on the Emulous offensive pass interference. I don't know. Seemed pretty soft in my opinion.
That was a soft one. Yeah.
But obviously I'm probably a little bit biased. But yeah, I mean, you can't really be making an OPI call like that in an important game when it's ticky-tacky. Obviously, Fajardo hits the goalpost again. That's hilarious. He can't stop doing that mosaic. That stopped them from a score. And then obviously Trevor Harris with like 2 minutes left, 3 minutes left. They just need a score. The game's basically over. Wide open in the end zone. He floats one up there like nobody's within
on third
30
down.
yards.
Yeah.
No, not on third down. It was second down because they kicked the field goal. And then Edmonton storms down. Oh, Milligan makes such a good tackle on second down. It's 3rd and 1,000,000 for the Elks on like their own 30, and they get an insane completion from Fajardo. Sets them up in field goal range, and 52 yards, I believe, was their kicker's record, or like his career long. He steps up on a 59-yarder and splits it from Saskatoon.
I'm watching that right now.
Oh man, it was heartbreaking for Riders. Like they really should have won that game. Like honestly, they played good enough to beat the Elks. I know they had a couple of blown defensive stuff. Like Austin Mack had that 80-yard touchdown like right after the Riders scored. Yeah, it was crazy.
I'm watching that MLS PI right now, and I'm trying to even remotely understand where that's coming from. That's not even hand fighting.
No,
Look,
it was.
If I'm one of the Rider faithful, I can't believe what I'm seeing. And did that go to a review and it still stood? Like, because that was
yeah. Like they called it OPI. Yeah. It was pretty soft.
God. Yeah. Oh, Riders, I am sorry.
So I feel like they got screwed a little bit, but they get to run it back this week back in Edmonton. So I think the Elks fans will have it coming for them because they got away with one there that they probably shouldn't have won. Or at least that's how I kind of felt. How it should have been. Should have been a Riders win there.
Just off of that. But I'll tell you what, though, I will say this. When I talk about Milanovic and they were long shots to win. I'm not blaming him for losing to Montreal. Like, don't get me wrong. That would have been been a very difficult scenario to put together in your mind where you could actually see that happen. But I'm curious what this does. For me, Mark Killam and his standings in my books of what he's done as a head coach in his second year with the Elks. I mean, he took on, let's not forget this, Edmonton had been horrible for 7 years. They had been on a downward trajectory. They couldn't find a quarterback. Ed Hervey was GM. He kept making announcements. It felt like people cared, new ownership and all this, but nothing really changed until Mark Killam came in, dealt with a real tough situation last year. And I know you're a big Trey Ford guy, but that was a tough situation for a first-year head coach to deal with, choosing between a Trey Ford and Cody Fajardo, who was on his way out, allegedly at that point of his career. I think there's something special going on in Edmonton right now. And I don't know it, but when I watch the guys line up, you know what I don't see? I don't see receivers not lining up on the line on a pass play and blowing an epic play. There's something in Edmonton that's happening. Are they better than the Riders? I don't know. In fact, I want to throw it to you. Do you have an updated power rankings for us?
We do. I just was getting this ready for us, but you played right into my hand, Nasty. So I guess we'll just start things off from the bottom. So if you can't win, I guess you can't lose. So Ottawa, you got the bye this week, but you still stink. I don't know if you saw this, but like half their team got fined. And they brought back their kicker because that was obviously their issue that they fired earlier in the year. So hopefully they turn it around.
Maybe they could they bring back Drew Brown?
Yeah, I bet they wish they could now. Hey, I guess maybe I wonder if they would consider starting MBT. Probably not. I imagine they still go with Meyer this week. And then BC, another poor week from Chase Bryce. It was announced today that they're going back to the Colorado kid, Caden Salter, I believe his name is. He played for them last year when they didn't have Travis Hunter. So people kind of fell off the Colorado bandwagon. But I've watched some of his film and it looks not bad. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago too, Nasty. Like these are kind of the guys that we need from the smaller schools to become in the CFL and kind of carry the load. And they want to win and they want to play here. So I'm actually excited for Caden Salter to play this week. I hope he has a good time. I know he played a little bit at the end of the game against Toronto and he looked fine. So maybe a little spark there, but they're still number 8. They're in rough shape until Rourke comes back. And then unfortunately, Hamilton, I did my boys dirty. it was a rough week. They held it together for a while, but they fell apart at the end. I knocked them down a spot. I flipped them with Toronto just because Toronto got the win, and then we get to 4-5, and I just swapped Calgary and Winnipeg. Like they were 4-5 last week. I just flipped them this week. Calgary got the better of them. Yep. I still think Calgary's a better team than Winnipeg. I think they're a better team than what their record shows. I think Vernon Adams is playing out of his mind, and we're not giving him enough credit. I know you guys are kind of like back
I'm a big Vernon Adams fan. He looked better at times in BC, and he looked better early in his career with Calgary. I still have a lot of faith in Vernon Adams. He's my guy. I want to see what he can do for sure.
Yeah. So I have them at 4. I think Jamin said that Claros is coming back in a week or two, but
that changes nothing for me.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for Drew Brown. Like, this guy should be leading a team right now, and that's going to be too bad. He's going to have to go to the bench, but you never know. Maybe Ottawa trades back for him. They say, hey, we screwed up. We want him back. Yeah. Okay, so then I had to flip Edmonton and Saskatchewan. I said I would do it last week if the Elks won, and they did. So Edmonton's going number 2. They're 6-1. Can you believe this, Nasty? Yeah. The Elks are 6-1. If I told you 7 weeks ago the Elks would be 6-1, you would have smacked me in my face.
And I'm telling you, it's more than the quarterback. Bo Levi was an amazing quarterback, but he never was able to do this. This is and I'm not a huge Mark Gillam fan. From the days that I was the year that I was released, he was tied in with management and all this stuff. So I was like, I considered Mark like the guys, the rest of the organization that let me go. Mark is doing a really nice job in Edmonton right now. There's something about this team that, I wish there was cameras inside that locker room to show you how that team's been changing, because what they're doing is remarkable.
Yeah. So I swapped them. They play part 2 this week against each other. I know that much in Edmonton. So I'm really hoping Saskatchewan gets the win. We'll slide them back into number 2 if they win. But if not, like Saskatchewan, if they lose, Saskatchewan's 4-3, and they probably should also be better than their records. So it's something to watch for. Yeah. And then number 1, 4, 5, 6 weeks from now.
I'm tired of talking about these guys. They're so freaking good right now.
They're so good. It's just they're clinical.
This guy's Davis Alexander's lost 1 game as a starter in the past 2 seasons. Like, it's
in the Grey Cup.
Yeah. He lost 1 this season too, but
yeah, so he's lost 2 games.
He's lost 2 games. Yeah.
That's nuts, ridiculous. Though. Still in 2 seasons, and he finally threw a pick. It might have been his first ever CFL pick. I'm not even sure.
Oh, guys, hey, I know we went a little long here on this break, but I think we're still doing pretty good, Trey. Just want to welcome a couple of late joiners. Ernie Regas, Ernie and Diane in Regina, celebrating their wedding anniversary tonight, and you guys still took the time to jump in. Appreciate you. We feel, both Trey and I'll say nice things about Edmonton, but I am feeling the pain for Rider Nation right now, because I think Saskatchewan deserved to win that game. That was a hard one to watch. And Cozy, love you, brother. I know you had a bit of a tough week here too, but I made a special video for you. Why don't you head back and check out the sandwich that I made. It was inspired by you. I might have dedicated to Jamin, but
wait, I might be able to just play it again so everybody can see it. But I'll play it with the commercial this time, because I pressed the wrong button last time. So if you just tell everybody to hit our sponsors while I find this.
Yeah, guys. So once again, we're going to take a break here in just a second. But once again, we want to thank our sponsors, who we couldn't do this without. Daryl McAvena with Performance Freight Management, Bruno Lydia with YYC Business Group, and just about every company that you see running in Calgary right now, he's had an impact on. And of course, YYC, We Drone Real Estate Media, guys, yeah. Appreciate you guys sticking with us. Time for a break. And Trey, do you got that video to tee it up?
We'll
see you here in a few minutes. My bun's slightly toasted. that's all there is to it. After 15 hours of smoking and caring for it and caressing it, you can really do your sandwich any way you want, but this is how I like it. I don't mind the Texas style, but I love this. So here it goes, guys. Wish you could try something.
Shipping is only one part of the logistics process. Where and how your inventory is stored plays a major role in how efficiently your business operates. At PFM Freight, we provide secure, fully managed warehousing solutions that connect directly with our transportation network, allowing your goods to move smoothly from storage to delivery without delays. Our facilities are operated with the same precision and oversight we apply to every shipment, giving you confidence that your inventory is organized, protected, and ready when it's needed. By keeping your warehousing and distribution under one provider, you eliminate communication gaps and create a more streamlined, reliable supply chain. Visit pfmfreight.com to learn how our warehousing solutions can support your business.
Do you want your business to be known? YYCCalgaryBusiness.ca is Calgary's only online media platform that gets you noticed. Short-form video content is rapidly taking over as the most effective way to engage your audience. Whether you're being interviewed on a vodcast, sharing a sizzle reel, or even hosting your own show, there is one place you can publicize your business. We want to tell your story and introduce you to our network of empowered business owners and leaders right here in Calgary. Isn't it time you took your digital game to 11? Call us or email us now.
Nasty, I still can't believe you put hot sauce on that brisket.
You got to put, listen, barbecue sauce itself is Cozy. Put Cozy's comment up there. That's a damn good looking sandwich. I'll tell you, once you've made a few trips around the planet and you no longer have like the palate of like a 6-year-old, mac and cheese and wieners and all that stuff, little things like that make a big difference. Dine and Dash Dad, hey, thanks for joining us. Better late than never. I know we had Ernie and Diane celebrating their anniversary tonight and Diane's birthday tomorrow. I'm glad you guys were able to join us tonight. Cozy, better late than never, buddy. I'm glad you're here. If you guys weren't here, the show wouldn't be the same. We miss you all and just appreciate seeing you guys. Trey,
Nasty,
where do we take it from here? What do you want to do?
Studs and Duds.
I know you want to keep it shorter than we usually do tonight, so I figure we will just get right into it, Nasty. So I'm going to throw this one to you because you kind of mentioned it earlier.
Is this my is it okay? Let me set this one up here for a second.
I'll let you,
guys. I'll tell you. So I mentioned earlier that we weren't able to leave town this weekend because we're having an issue with our hot water tank, and my blessed father-in-law says, "Guys, you do not want to leave town when you've got a wonky hot water heater, and always listen to the guys that have had the problems before or have seen it from their buddies before." We stayed in town, but so this morning we got our new tank installed, and I saw this sticker. It's probably on the last one too, but guys, check this out. This is the scariest freaking warning I have ever seen in my life. Guys, go downstairs after the show and check out your hot water heater and tell me if it says this. Dude, what does this try to tell me?
You're gonna burn alive is what it's gonna tell you. Your water's gonna be so hot it's gonna turn to lava, and when you shower, you're gonna burn and die. That's what it's telling you.
It made me wonder if these things are even legal or if they should be. Like maybe I should just have like
that is terrifying.
Like a furnace burning outside to heat my water. What this is telling me is there are if you have flammable vapors, or not if, it's saying there are flammable vapors inside this tank. And at any moment, it's going to turn around and start spouting them out the top, and it's going to burn you alive like lava. Dude, that is one scary PSA.
So is it a stud move or is it a dud move by the hot
Dude,
water
I
tank
don't.
people?
To me, this is a dud one. Like, if this is going to happen to me, you know, my son said to me tonight, Dad, does this mean if we have a bad water heater, if I'm in the tub, it's going to be like spouting lava at me? If I'm having a shower, is this whole place going to turn into like fire rain? Like, what does this mean? Then you read it underneath. Put it back up there for a second.
Oh, okay.
Then you read underneath. Fire and explosion hazard can result in serious injury, or I should say, or horrible death or disfigurement. Do not store or use gasoline or other flammable vapors and liquids in the vicinity of this or any other appliance. Storage of or use of gasoline or other flammable vapors or liquids in the vicinity of this will make this happen. Okay. I was a little bit relieved that I don't store gasoline, propane, plutonium, napalm, anything like that. I don't store in my basement in that little furnace room. But I do know this. That's a little room with a lot of ventilation. I will ensure I'm not even gonna like fart in there. Like I was that
Don't drop anything on the ground.
Terrorized.
Nothing.
Terrified.
I think it's stud move though, because it's going to terrify you, and you shouldn't mess with your hot water tank heaters. Just let them do their thing, and if you're not an expert, leave them alone. Leave them to the experts, because you'll die a horrible death. Clearly,
that's what they should do on the cigarettes instead of all those like lung cancer shots or sick people shots. Just put something like that. Yeah, this could happen, and suddenly you're going to be like 95% non-smokers in Canada. So yeah. It did his job. Tannerite, Aaron Nagy.
Tannerite.
Oh, Aaron, that's a throwback to the first segment at Tannerite. Yeah.
Tannerite, yeah,
for sure.
Okay. As I was at work today, I was searching for some studs and duds, and I wasn't really coming across anything that I like, but I got this message from one of my friends a couple hours before the show started, and I don't know if you have any takes on this or not. I'm going to bring this up on you. I don't even know if you've seen this yet, but Cowboys in Calgary. I'm sure we've all been there. I'm sure you have, Nasty. I know I have.
Been to the old
but
one.
they are closing their doors after 30 years. Yeah, I don't know what this means. I don't think really a lot of people know what it means. I believe they're shutting down the dance hall. I think the casino is getting rebranded, is what they said.
Wow.
But they clearly aren't making any money in the dance hall. They're saying that they're going to be focusing more on their festivals during the Stampede, which I went to, and it was I can see why. That's why they're sticking with it, because you charge $18 for a drink and you get 15,000 people in a tent for your country music stars that you bring in every night. You're going to make a lot of money. So I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on this? Are you sad? Are you happy?
I actually do. No, this is Cowboys, when I came to Calgary in 2002, 2003, was the biggest nightclub out there. It's like the only, no, it wasn't the only. It was the only downtown big country club, to my knowledge. There's Ranchman's and other places around the city that were like also awesome. But Cowboys was special. It was almost like a rite of passage. You come to Calgary, you got to hit Cowboys. We didn't go there often as a team, but you know, when you went there, you run into the who's who of Calgary, and a lot of times you kind of have to keep your phone off because we didn't take great pictures back then anyway. But a lot of shenanigans happened at that club. The brand's changed a lot over the years, but for me, yeah, this is a big one. I didn't expect to see this happen. Like, I've had a lot of friends and family that have worked there, bartended there, bounced there. The money they used to make during Stampede. I've watched Kenny Rogers there my first or second year in Calgary during Stampede. It's a huge venue. It was a huge venue. It put a stamp on the city, and it's a little bit sad to see it go. I know they're going to live on in a different format, but yeah, that one hurts a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's probably more like it's almost like a tourist attraction too, like the Stampede. Like, you go to Calgary, I'm sure like guys that come from Montreal and Vancouver and Toronto, like, oh, we're going to Calgary, like that. Let's go to Cowboys, right?
I actually, you know, I've got, yeah, I can't tell them on air, but I had some good stories of running into some Montreal guys at Cowboys, looking for some hookups and some favors. And
I'm sure,
guys,
I'm sure.
This is not Montreal.
But yeah, obviously it's just like a little nostalgic place, kind of like Ranchman's is closing their doors, but I believe they're just moving to a different location as well. But sad to see some of these spots go for sure. But I think what Rob says might be interesting and might even intrigue me to go to Cowboys more if they open a massive sports bar with the new arena. I know Shanks isn't the place that it used to be, and that's kind of the big sports bar in town. So that'd be cool if they had something like that right next to the to the new
but
arena.
To be clear, Cowboys in the 2000s was not a sports bar. It was dude, I mean, they drafted the greatest talent for their server staff, their bartenders.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying.
Do they even have beer tubs?
Bar.
Trey, tell me this: do they even have beer tubs at bars anymore? When you walk in, where they have the Cowboy, they still have beer tubs.
All right, yeah. I know it's not a sports bar like back in the day, but I'm saying like if that's what they could reinvent themselves into, is a sports bar, is what Rob is saying. Totally. So that would be interesting. Okay, moving on. Let me pull up another one. 1 second. Oh, did I not download it? Okay, I'll just show you the video. I actually have the video pulled up. This is supposed to be for last week. Randy wanted to show it to you, but you maybe choose one or the other. So I chose the other one, and this was the second option. I don't know if you saw this video. It was a prank that happened at the Bass Pro Shops counter. I would imagine in the States.
I just read AR-15, so this is going to be a good one.
So, yeah, well, I'll just roll it and I'll let you.
This is Bass Pro Shop?
Yeah.
Get down on the fucking ground! Hey, what's wrong with you? I just want to touch it up. You're ready to get yourself shot. That is a very stupid thing to do. You don't carry guns here. You don't do that in a gun store. Go. He's training to be a cop. That's okay. That doesn't matter. You don't do that stuff. That is dumb. No, he's trained to be a cop, man. Bullshit. Huh? He's trained to be a police officer. I'm sorry. He's training.
Oh, God. What do you expect me to say? Dude, that is like the worst form. That's the guy that's out there for clout and likes, and obviously you got him. We're talking. I feel bad that we're even talking about this guy tonight. That is so poor. If you actually talk to anybody that owns a firearm, I was out shooting an acreage today where they were concerned about, okay, don't show the firearm chest and all these things. And we had a great discussion about how everybody should own a firearm, but you need to know, not everybody should own one, but responsible adults should own a firearm in case you ever needed to, especially on the acreage of the countries. We're talking when you have bobcats, coyotes attacking your calves, things like that. But this just shows you some people do not respect the power of tannerite, Trey. I know what you guys did. Like, you could probably show our clip from earlier tonight, and people will say, well, that's a little bit irresponsible, except if you talk to like legal, responsible gunner owners and would say that was like the most epic, awesome thing ever because you did everything right. This is an example of a guy doing everything wrong and taking lightly the responsibility, which is the right to own a firearm responsibly for the right reasons and bring him out at the right times. This was everything that goes against gun culture. I'm assuming this is in the States.
Yeah, I would assume
but this goes against everything about gun culture in Canada as well. That was horrible.
It's a tough break to do.
And Chevy brought that one in?
Yeah, Chevy was the one that sent it to me last week. And
it was a good video, but
wanted me to show it.
What was the other one? Do we have the other one queued up that he also talks about, or?
We played. It was the one last week with the Tom Brady and the Logan Paul fight, which I believe is like they're having. Like I heard of rumors that Tom Brady is in talks with WWE about a contract now. So I think we're seeing Tom Brady coming in to wrestle. Like this is a real thing now, Nasty. So
I'm looking forward to it.
That's good.
Hey, Aaron Nagy just sends in saying tannerite is amazing. And tannerite is amazing. And have you personally shot and worked with tannerite before?
No, I have not.
I have. I've also seen the videos where it's gone wrong. Guys, never put tannerite in a closed fridge, a closed oven, or any kind of closed compartment, because when the gas is compressed, it will send that fridge door sailing out 120 yards in about 1.3 seconds. There's no way of getting around it. That being said, if you shoot it the way it's meant to be, you just put it on the target, put it on the ground, it just goes poof, and you get this little celebratory white puff, and it's satisfying. It's
Oh, yeah.
hardly satisfying, but that's why people try to use things in the wrong for the wrong purposes. And I think this video represents really bad attitudes about firearms. Trey, can I ask you one more question?
Yes.
About firearms. What was the coolest firearm you've ever fired?
I haven't shot too many crazy firearms before. I've shot a couple shotguns, like a 12 gauge and a 20 gauge, because I used to play in a trap league.
Yeah.
Because we have a gun club not too far from here, and I would play in it. And my grandpa's huge into trap and sport and clay and skeet, so like that was kind of my thing growing up. Actually, I shot trap, and so like I had some pretty cool shotguns, I guess, but like rifles, not anything crazy. We have some 22s and
honestly,
maybe
shooting,
shot it. We have a 223, but
the trap shooting.
I haven't shot honestly, like anything crazy before.
I about 2 months ago, I met a guy from Italy. He's 86 years old. He used to be a former professional bodybuilder. He used to be a professional plumber, and then at one point in his career, he decided to pursue trap shooting. And for the next 50 years, he traveled the world as a professional trap shooting guy. And I'll tell you what, for those of you guys that haven't fired shotguns or shot trap before, it is one of the most fun, satisfying, it's no different than golfing. It's no different than playing a par 3, except some guys take it way more seriously than we do. For these guys
out there,
but for these guys that can do that well and do it on the regular, it's a thing of beauty to watch it happen. For me, you can for me, the coolest firearm I ever fired was a Tavor, which was legal in Canada up until about 18 months ago. A bullpup style, a Tavor. Google it right now. See if you can throw one on the screen. A Tavor, Tavor. And these ones were for sports shooting. Well, they're not for sports shooting. They were originally designed for military purposes, but they stripped them down and made them pretty basic so that the average gun owner could have experience with it. But the same thing for target competitions. It was a bullpup style. Yeah, it was a bullpup style rifle. Yeah, right there. The brown one down below. Yeah, right there.
This one.
And those things were so beautifully weighted. So you go into shooting competitions, which I've had family members do before, whether it's 6-shooters or rifles or speed shooting. And it was just a beautiful firearm. But I'll tell you what, once you start having jokers like that, not respecting the power or what these things can actually do, that's where we can't have nice things anymore. So yeah, a big dud on that last video that we watched. That's a big stud to guys that learned how to compete, how to use these things responsibly. No different than being a professional athlete or a high-level athlete, pilot, or whatever skill you may have that you know it better than the rest of the population. I have mad respect for people that learn how to do cool things, but I do get it that we can't just have these things walking around in our streets. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I think you put it well there. We have time for one more. I don't know if you want to talk about this or not. I just threw it up.
Is it past the rabbit? Is it past the monkey? He just had his first birthday.
Oh, Punch the Monkey. Yeah,
or Punch the Monkey. Birthday. Not that. Okay.
No, it's not. But shout out to him. He made it to 1, so they didn't kill him yet. I saw. That's good. But there's some football on our horizon. This is our last Sunday. This next one coming up without football, because I believe there's some college football beginning if you're into that kind of stuff too. But Madden released their 99 club this today, and this is probably more for Chevy because he's more into the video games and the Maddens and whatnot. But this is basically what they're saying are the best players in the league, and it just got me excited for the NFL season. Wow. Josh Allen, Matt Stafford, Jamar Chase, obviously JSN. He had a breakout season last year. They think he's a top 6 player in the league. Trey McBride, shout out Trey's. I love Trey McBride. I love Trey Ford. I love all the boys named Trey. So I'm happy to see another white Trey. He's a top 5 player in the league. Let's go, Trey Ford. And Myles Garrett. Still can't believe the Rams have Myles Garrett. And I hear Aaron Donald is coming out of retirement. Chevy called that one. So.
Is that for real?
I think it's all but done, Nasty. I think it's all but
Wow,
done. So
dude. Love it. Yep, absolutely love that.
we could be in some trouble, and I really don't like I don't hate the Rams as much as I hate the Niners. Because I do like Matt Stafford, and I had Puka on my fantasy team the last couple of years, so like there's a little bit of love there for him, but
yeah,
I still kind of hate them, and now I have a fear that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. But I'm so excited for NFL. The CFL had me very excited the first few weeks, and now we're seeing a huge dispersion. And the parity just isn't quite there now, and teams are starting to get really good, and some teams are starting to get really bad.
You know what though, Trey? If I may, I'm going to bring up something as a tribute to Chevy on this one, because I saw a name pop up on my TV screen this weekend. I think it was with the Argonauts. Sean Lemon, a former Calgary Stampede, former BC, former everything, retired 10 years ago, came back, led the league in sacks, was suspended, came back. Had a huge impact for the Montreal Alouettes, is now back with Toronto. And his first game, I believe it was his first game back with the Argos, another sack. Dude, Sean Lemon, dude, as a guy who's now in my 50s, I'm sure you're getting close to your 40s. Keep doing what you're doing, brother, because I love watching it. It's like him and Willie Jefferson, the guys that just don't age. It's amazing to see.
Yeah, and shout out, I don't know did you ever play with Charleston Hughes?
No, I never played with him. But
never played with him. Stud. I'm sure Chevy did, but he got announced into the CFL Hall of Fame this weekend as well. Sure. So that's another lineman that aged beautifully. I loved him as a rider. So yeah. Shout out those guys, dude. They aged like fine wine. Well, Nasty, you age like fine wine too. we killed it once again.
Apparently, not everybody loves my brisket sandwiches, but. You got to live on the dark side, the wild side a little bit. And
I think I'm going to post that one and see what the public reaction is, because we got a lot of comments on your Whopper. People want more. And so I think this is going to become your thing now, Nasty. If we can get one of these a week, and it's very easy. You don't even have to do the editing. You just send me the raw footage. I'll deal with it. But people are loving your food reviews, man. So I'm excited to put this one out and see what they have to say. So keep her going. I was really sad that you didn't get the Parmesan and bacon quarter pounder review for us, but I'm sure you'll find something for us next week. So don't let us down.
Guys, I guess with that, then just want to say thank you. We know we are in the dog days of summer, meaning we're almost disappointed that you guys are catching us tonight, because you should be doing something epic and awesome. And a lot of you guys are, and you're joining us late, and we really appreciate that. We love you all. We're going to keep this weekly bro check going. Next week, I'm not sure, Trey, that I'm going to be here. It depends on when I get back from Lake Koocanusa.
Yeah, I think no show next week is what we decided. It's August.
Is that what
long,
we're doing?
So,
okay.
Yeah.
So next week, guys, we're going to take a week off for August long weekend, so all of you guys can enjoy some time with your family, your friends, your kids, your parents, whoever's in town. But again, last time I said, I know I say it too much. We miss you guys. It feels like every time we're on that you guys are right here with us. We wouldn't do this if it wasn't for you. Love you all. Respect you all. Have yourselves an amazing week. And we're going to see you back here in 2 weeks, Monday night at 10 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Until then, stay blessed and stay safe.
Outside, and she hands me my raincoat. She's always worried about things like that. Well, she said it's all gonna end, and it might as well be my fault. And she only sleeps when it's raining, and she screams. And her voice is strange. She says, baby, it's 3 a.m. I must be lonely. She says, baby,